Welcome to video 3 about reflecting on our life. With self-knowledge comes reflection. Being reflective helps us live our everyday life in more accordance with our identity, values, and interests. Reflecting on our daily activities and events allows us to become more aware of ourselves and to discover previously unknown sides of ourselves. Reflection can alert us when our mental health deteriorates. With reflection, we can ask important questions like, am I happy? The state of leisure, not just time and activity, but a psychological state of being free, loose, and curious, among other things, is ripe with the potential for reflection. There's a concept called pause, which is a disruption of everyday routine that allows us to wonder. It makes sense, right? For us to engage in a quality reflection, we need to be free from preoccupations, such as education, work, and relationships. Now, when was the last time you paused and reflected on your life? When was the last time when you had unstructured time? You did not have to be anywhere or have to be doing anything else. You were just there in a certain place and time. You just let thoughts come to you. Such reflective moments can be privileges, but often we do not need hours of reflection per day. Just a minute of pause and self-awareness can change our life quite substantially. What are ideas about which we can reflect? Well, I would like you to reflect on your mental health, one of our major topics we're addressing in this program. In Module 3, we learn common signs of mental health challenges such as radical changes in sleep, eating, hygiene, and moods. On the less dramatic side, though, we experience some levels of stress and anxiety in our daily lives. Not all stress is negative. Some stress motivates us to do better. However, are you aware of the things that continuously stress you? Have you thought about if you really need to keep doing that activity that causes you stress? Or have you considered approaching some activities in different ways to reduce the stress you experience? You will have an opportunity to engage in such reflection in this module's learning activity. Another focus of reflection can be on life balance. Have you heard about the idea called work-life balance? In a way, it is really work-leisure balance. Instead of full-time career, many of you have studies and other responsibilities. Life is complex, so often it is not enough to just reflect on either your studies or leisure to maintain and enhance your mental health. We need to also think about creating a balance across different life domains. Do you feel that your studies and leisure, along with other aspects of your life, such as family, are in a very good balance now? If not, why not? Perhaps a helpful way to approach this idea of life balance is that a balance is neither equal nor constant. And by that, we mean that spending equal amounts of time on studies and leisure would not necessarily give you a sense of balance. And that state in which you feel balanced today might not give you the same sense of balance in a month. Balance is a moving target. Balance between leisure and studies at the beginning of a semester is different from that at the end of the semester. The balance in the first year of university is different from that of the fourth year. This is precisely why we must keep reflecting on our life, including leisure, to maintain the balance. Last but not least, there is a value in reflecting on changes in ourselves. Research suggests that we gradually update our sense of who we are, and to do so is healthy. Since many of you are in early adulthood, you can go through major changes in your values and interests. Think back about who you were 1 year ago. If I asked you to identify 5 interests and activities then, What did you list? Would the list be the same as the one for today? Or think of the songs you liked throughout your life. Did they change? I bet they changed. Perhaps different songs from the same singer or band, or even different singers or bands, or even different genres of music. Leisure is a place in which we experience such personal growth. At the same time, changes in leisure can represent changes in ourselves. In other words, our leisure shapes us. Is there any activity that made you who you are today? I have an activity that shaped who I am today, and that's golf. I played golf competitively during my undergraduate time. There are no judges in golf, so we must judge ourselves. If we violate a rule accidentally, we have to be transparent and give ourselves a penalty. I learned the importance of integrity and honesty, and I try to carry this value to my life today. What about you? And of course, changes in self mean that many of us are not great at many things at the beginning. We learn, grow, and get better. So it is only natural to experience some lack of confidence or even fear when we try our activity first. This happens in a leisure context too. When you tried to use the fitness center on campus, did you feel a bit nervous? I did. I asked myself questions like, what if everybody knows what they're doing and I don't? What if I use some equipment wrong? What if people see me doing things wrong? If you also felt that way, you're not alone. We can use what we learned in Module 2 about personal resources to prepare ourselves for such situations. Learning about available support such as personal trainers, checking the facility and equipment in advance, and perhaps finding a workout buddy you can go with. And if you have questions, you can always reach out to staff or other students. However, what is critical here is that anxiety is natural in novel situations. We all start as beginners. If you are trying new activities, that is an achievement itself. You may just discover an entirely new side of yourself. Isn't that exciting? For this module's learning activity, we would like you to reflect on your everyday life in relation to your personal values. Please identify 3 things that you care about, your personal values, and then find an Excel sheet on your e-class where you can record your activities over 2 days. Rate if each activity you did was in line with your values or not, while also those behaviors helped or did not help with your mental health and well-being. Share what you discover through recording your daily activities and experiences and reflecting on them through discussion forum.